Salvete, omnes. Let me introduce you to my latest creation in Latin, Parvulus, which is the name I have given to the traditional Catalan story En Patufet. For those of you who are not familiar with the story, this is the story about a little boy who really tries very, very, very hard to be a grown-up, but he is very tiny. And he ends up getting into a little bit of trouble because a massive ox eats him up. And he needs to be rescued from the ox. And the only way the parents can think of is to feed the ox a lot of hay until he makes a massive fart and Patufet comes flying out. There's a bit of a summary. I know it may sound a little bit surreal, but in Catalonia, every child is very familiar with this story. And it's a story that we hear pretty much every day when we're growing up. Now, a little bit about the book. I am not going to read all of it. I'm going to read some passages and show you some illustrations. This is a story as has been adapted by me, Ana Martin, and Nuria Ortiz. We worked on the Catalan English version of the text. And the beautiful illustrations are by Amaya Rodriguez, and I would say they are well worth getting the book. Also, the way the book is designed, you can actually use them for coloring in. So if you have a younger one at home, it can be customized. Right, a few words about the Latin. We wanted to make this a book that can be understood by people, but this is not a learning book. So we haven't been doing vocabulary counting. We haven't been designing in a particular way. This is just a story in Patufet to be enjoyed in simplish Latin. So here we go. Let's start at the very beginning of the life of Patufet, when he was born, and he was just very, 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 very tiny. Olim puer parvus natus est. Quid dico parvus? Parvulissimus erat, immo tam parvus erat, ut omnes eum parvulum appellarent. Then we hear a little bit about his life, where he always tries to nag his mom to let him go shopping, until eventually she caves in, and here we have him with his pecuniam, with his little bit of money, going to the shops. Mater ei denarium dedit, et Parvulus laetus e villa discessit. Dum ambulavat, cantavat. Parvus, parva, parvum, viri et feminambulantes, parvus, parva, parvum, nolite parvulum calcare. Eum non calcant. Viri et femina in via ambulant, sed eum non calcant. Est Felix. Right. Now, this is not a spoiler because everyone knows the story. He does manage to buy saffron for his mom, who needs it for perhaps a paella. Who knows what she's cooking with saffron? Probably a paella. And so he goes on more adventures and eventually manages to convince the mom to also take the dad some food as he's working in the fields. But that doesn't end very well, because an ox decides to eat the cabbage where he's sheltering from the rain. And so the parents notice that Patufet is nowhere to be seen, or should we say Parvulus, because this is our Latin version. And so this is what happens next. Filium absentem parentes petere queperunt, et clamavan, Parvule! Ubi es? Parvule! Ubi es? Tum vocem parvulam ab immo ventre bovis audiverunt. In bovis ventre hic nec pluit nec nengit, cum vos pepederit, parvus expelletur. Parentes multum fueni bovi dederunt, et venter crevit, et crevit, et crevit, et pedito magno Parvulus ab immo ventre expulsus est. And that is the end of the story. If you have any questions about this publication, please write them in the comments. We would love to hear your thoughts about it. Bye, Walete!